California's war on big family homes. UN Agenda 21 is here yet again. Back with another report. Now, California is mandating under these supposedly new carbon dioxide emission standards to save the earth. I know it's so trendy. Saying that all homes, up to 30 homes in 1 acre in California. Like, it couldn't get any more cramped in California. It's going to get more cramped. Now, with these giant compact prison cities that they all talk about in Planned-Opolis, with John Holdren from Forum for the Future about Planned-Opolis saying how great it is. We have to stay in these compact prison cities. Meanwhile, the elite live in giant super cities, as seen in Hunger Games, which is, I think, a future for us if we don't stop these people. And including John Holdren calling for sterile and drinking water. And yeah, it's for save the earth, though. And calling for population reduction, all under an endgame blueprint for global enslavement and all of that. And it just goes on and on. Then from, you have Kari Norgaard, that professor who has called climate change deniers, supposedly, a sickness that must be treated. What a surprise coming from her. And calling for the suspension of democracy to pass and save the earth with this climate bill that she wrote in a letter to President Obama I think a year ago or so, something like that. And she said, listen to John Holdren, the science advisor. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, we're saving the earth. And all you have to do is just give money to Al Gore and it'll go away. It'll just disappear. Give it to your lordship, Al Gore, the feudal lord, Al Gore, to save the earth. Meanwhile, there's the complete hoax, which is called a Ponzi scheme, for any of you who know that. Giving money and for a different cause and keeping it all for yourself. Meanwhile, he lives in giant houses being a hypocrite. I don't care whether he lives in a big house or not, Al Gore, but when you preach about solar, green energy, and all that stuff, maybe you should stick to your principles on that. Maybe that's a sign of fraud by these globalists, by these scum, filth of the earth. And talking about how we're bad and all that for eating meat and for emitting carbon that plants breathe, and we need to survive from one of the 4 fundamental elements of humanity, the building blocks of life. But that doesn't matter under the guise of global warming, because we have to save the earth. And save it from those polar bears that might drown in the Arctic. And those Arctic ice caps that'll fall and melt and create sea levels that'll never happen. Just like Al Gore said, Florida in 3 years will be underwater. That turned out not to be true. But we're still waiting for it. Just like the same with Coney 2012 and all that. We're still waiting for global warming to happen. But it's not, unfortunately, under the guise of, well, and then if it doesn't happen, then we just don't believe it and we're just nuts. So keep an eye on this developing story and the continuation of being a climate denier. I guess I hate the earth then if I don't believe in man-made global warming. But we can still geoengineer the planet and all that and destroy the atmosphere with barium salt and all that. But that's fine because we're saving the earth.